All right, Junkie Nation, we got another superstar for you. Gorgeous Georgian goes delivering yet again. It's Sage Northcutt, Super Sage Northcutt, who has a big fight coming up against Shinya Aoki, the legend. That's right. It all goes down on April 28th, One Championship on TNT4. How you doing, Sage? Happy birthday. Let's start with that.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, my birthday. Just had it. Turned 25. Getting ready for this fight, April 28th. It's going to be live on TNT versus Shinya Aoki.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, let me ask you something. Were you really born on March 1st, or are you one of those February 29 guys that has to either jump that way or jump this way?
I was so close. I think it was like hours difference between being born on that leap year. So I almost had my birthday every 4 years. So technically, I would be like 6 years old? but I made it to March 1st, so I'm good.
All right, sounds good. Listen. This is going to be a great fight with Shinya Aoki. And I wanted to ask you something that I was putting some dots together. Shinya Aoki's tricky on the ground, you know what I mean? And I remember when Andre Fili fought Bryce Mitchell, he brought in Gary Tonin. And even though he lost the fight, your teammate, he actually impressed me a lot because so many other people would have possibly tapped, to some of the situations that Bryce had him in. But you could tell that work paid off for him. How about you, Sage? Are you looking for a specialist like that, or do you have someone within the team that's going to help you against the tricky Japanese fighter?
Oh yeah. Well, first off, I have some guys in the team, obviously, but I have my coach Uriah Faber. He's got a few guys that are going to be teaming up with me, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be ready as possible. It's going to be great.
All right, now, before we even get to that, just what do you think of the fact that you're fighting a legend? You're a younger cat, so about 15 years ago, Aoki was, storming the scene. That's when you were 10. Do you remember much about Aoki, or is it more about what people tell you?
No, actually, well, what I do know is that he's at 55 pro fights, and like you said, I was probably pretty young when he started fighting, if I was even born yet, actually. So he's a legend in the sport. He's been around for so long. Great grappler. He was a champ 8 months ago. Even though he lost the title, he won his last 3 fights after that. So super skilled opponent, and obviously has a lot of experience.
You're going to get this question a lot, I imagine, so I'm sure you probably already have some sort of an answer. We haven't fought in close to 2 years, and so people are going to bring up ring rust. But in reality, I mean, look, it looks like you train every day, 10 times a day. And what do you think, though, is really the most important ingredient for a fighter that hasn't fought in a while? Do you think it's the timing, that first hit, or maybe even an outside variable like, hey, man, this is the first time I'm fighting without many fans?
Right. I mean, those are all things to consider, obviously. Like you said, the fans especially, fans pump you up a lot. And being out there, I feel like being out there without any fans will obviously be different. Same time, going to be ultra focused, I can imagine. And the amount of training, like you said, I've been training so many hours. I already hit a few hours this morning, going back again later. So actually working with Uriah Faber here after this interview here in just less than an hour. So definitely, people saying ring rust. I mean, my last fight was only one fight, and that was the past and the time being. Obviously, things were shut down from COVID, but it's kind of been like that all around the world. So hopefully I have no ring rust. I think I'm going to be great.
Sage, was that the first name that was brought up to you?
I don't know exactly who my coaches, my management talked to One Championship about, obviously, but the fact that I'm going down a weight class from 185 to 170, so now I'll be at lightweight for One Championship. That's a big thing too.
Everybody is going to tell you what you have to look out for with this cat. But what do you feel like people are telling him? If he's saying, I don't know much about Sage Northcutt, what do you think they're telling him that they need to watch out for? What do you feel like is your most dynamic part of your game?
Man, it's hard to say. I mean, I'm obviously very well-rounded, but my strength, my speed, my endurance, there's a lot of different things that play a fact in a fight. So I think it's an interesting matchup, and I think the fans are going to love it.
When you first came on the scene, our studios at Mandalay Bay, we couldn't even have you in there because you had to be 21 and over. So we would just do phoners with you. but you just had your birthday and you're getting a little older. And I want to know, early on, when you were younger, when you were first starting, what were some of the misconceptions about you in the sport?
Misconceptions? That's a hard one, man. I guess a lot of people think just because you're young that you can be naive. Thing is, I've trained with a lot of different guys. I've been to different gyms, and now I've had a lot more experience than when I first started fighting professionally at 17 years old. I believe I was 17. And the thing is, I mean, I'm pretty smart at figuring things out. Pretty quick, I guess, if you think about like the sport of martial arts, how fast I catch on and learn and get better and improve. Just the fact that I was going to go to school and be an engineer shows how much effort and drive while I was fighting at the same time, how much effort and drive you have to be able to do both at the same time. And now I'm fighting full time. So I guess that's just the thing that people might have said before was like, maybe because I was young, maybe I didn't know, I guess this or that. I don't know. I don't really even know what to say to that.
Well, I got a question about this whole misconception thing. First of all, what did you decide with the oatmeal chocolate chip or the chocolate mint a few hours ago that you posted? I'm thinking those are chocolate bars and maybe he's treating himself, but obviously I know you lead a healthy lifestyle. It said made with meat. So what exactly was that you were eating there?
Right. Oh man, I can eat like 2 or 3 of those at the same time. They got so Red Call One's actually an interesting company. They have for me, it's my favorite supplement company in the world, and they have a bunch of interesting products that most companies don't have. Like for instance, their protein bar you're talking about, the MRE bar, is actually made with like real meat, real oats, like egg white, salmon, beef that's ground up into the protein bar. And plus, it tastes really great. So like the flavors are the best. But same thing with their like protein powder too. So you have that. They have like vegan protein powder. They have ones made with meats. They have all sorts of stuff that's very unique. So that's pretty much what it was right there.
All right. Well, we had a nice chance to plug them. I have no problem with that. But what I wanted to ask you to tie in the misconception,
right?
A sponsor, does he go, don't forget to do it without the shirt? You know, is that the whole thing that, you know, everyone wants to back you, but you got to show off the eight abs or whatever, or how does that work?
No way. Actually, I just finished training almost a 2-hour practice, getting a lot of live goes in, going hard, and then was taking my shirt off because I was drenched. Literally, I could probably wring out like so much pounds of sweat just from that shirt. So you can ask my sister; she's down with me. She actually took the picture for me this time. But yeah, I took my shirt off. I was so drenched. So that's why I have my shirt off. If I ever have my shirt off, I probably just finished training.
All right. So it wasn't the push from the sponsor or anything. There's another thing that changed since your last time that you fought. You're married.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
my wife Amanda, she's awesome. She's super talented. She's actually an actress on TV. There's a show called This Is Us. She plays the young Sophie on This Is Us. She played a character on The Fosters, and then she has voiceovers too for like Netflix show called Trolls for Kids, Amphibia, a bunch of different talents she has.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you guys meet? Like, did she happen to be an MMA fan? I guess is what I'm curious about.
Actually, no. So when we met, I had no idea who she was, and she had no idea who I was. Then later I found out she played the Powerpuff Girls. I remember watching that as a kid, but she actually does Powerpuff Girls on Netflix too. So we didn't know each other actually, like, at all. Nothing about each other, nothing about like what we do or anything. And I actually met her through Instagram. So we had posted a picture like several years back doing the exact same hashtag for National Puppy Day. And then I was scrolling through like, okay, I never do hashtags. So I was scrolling through saying, all right, how's my hashtag doing? And then I see her picture pop up and she has her 2 French bulldogs. So that's kind of how we met, because I liked her photo. I was like, wow, she's really cute. She's beautiful. And then I went and commented, she commented back, and then we started messaging, and then we ended up meeting up.
Man, that's super cool. She knows, and she, you know, it turns out she knew nothing about you, but yet in about 2 months, she's going to see you try and decapitate the legend Shinya Aoki with one of them head kicks. Is she prepared for that violence? Like, is she like foaming, like, yeah, knock him out, or would she rather just know the result after the fight's over?
No, I mean, obviously, anybody that's like family or friends that knows me or, you know, a fighter, I mean, obviously, you get your heart racing and like you almost get more nervous than the fighter themselves. So Yeah, of course. I mean, as ready as you can be for sure. But she's been at a couple of my other fights too. Like obviously the last one, but she was at my other fight too. My last one, the UFC, that I won by knockout. So that was really cool for her too.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, you're right. So you guys dated for a while, and then you guys just recently got married. So she's already experienced it then.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Nice. All right. Well, are you a gamer? That looks like a gamer chair. Is that something you do?
Actually, my brother, my dad, mom, sister, they all went in together. My brother-in-law, Rim Daniels, they got me some cool gaming stuff. So like, let's see if I can flip this around. I've been playing Call of Duty big time. I'm actually pretty good at like Cold War, Warzone. Not bad for playing on a PS4. But my family just got me. Let me see if I can switch it. Oh no, my family just got me. I don't know if you can see, but like, it's like a setup for like gaming and stuff. So you got like the PC and like should be pretty good at the PC once I like learn it.
Got to get that PS5 though, right?
No, right? Yeah, PS5's killer.
We got to get the word out, man. Somebody will send you one. You know what I mean? I like the way you said, I got a PS4, but yeah, no, that's cool that you can set some time aside and have a little bit of fun. You said you're pretty good at Call of Duty. You play any other games?
Definitely. I played Mortal Kombat. I'm actually not bad at the Mortal Kombat X. I think that was pretty cool. And then I have Need for Speed. Pretty good at that one, but that's not really like a multiple player game. So I mean, I guess it is, but like it's more like challenges and stuff. From what I've seen, you can play other players online, but like if me and my brother want to play, we can't play from like the same house, for instance.
Well,
Faber into it.
Oh, what was that?
And you get Faber into gaming?
Probably. I bet I could.
Mortal Kombat's coming out with a new movie, and come to think of it, man, you got that look like you could be a character in a movie like that. And seeing as your wife does do television and all that, would you ever do that crossover? And if you did do Mortal Kombat, who would you play?
I definitely would. I filmed, speaking of Mortal Kombat, I did film a pilot for Street Fighter. I was going to be playing Kid Masters, the main character for it. But I think they were waiting on the rights or something from the video game to sign off on it to be able to make it into a show. So I don't know what the deal is with that exactly, but I would definitely like to do that. Like action movies, acting, stunts. I could definitely probably do it all. So I would like to do that. I mean, if I had some way to get my foot in the door for Mortal Kombat, I would love that. So if anybody's got connections, I feel like I could definitely play a character.
It's triggering something. Let me ask Goz real quick. Goz, do you remember the last time we had Sage on? Because he says he likes stunts, he loves stuff like that. Didn't we challenge him to go dunk a basketball or do something like that? Is that what it was? Yeah, because you said you didn't know if you could. Had you ever tried it or something like that?
No, actually I did. I forgot where I tried it at. I think I did try it. I could jump up and grab the rim with both hands. I think I could probably kick it too, doing a backflip.
No, don't do all that.
I need to get it on video though. I got to get it on video and show you. The hardest part for me is holding the ball in my hand. I got to have the right technique.
So what you need is Faber to throw the ball up as you're rising. It's called an alley-oop. And then you can grab it with two hands or one hand and dunk it. I'm telling you, that's going to be a good social media viral type video just because of your hops. You know what I mean? And you can tag Faber and all that stuff. But yeah, I'd like to see it. I think you can do it. I've seen you do all these other jumps. For sure you can do that one.
Right. All right, cool. I got to find a basketball court. That's one that's open in California so I can do it.
Maybe at a Sacramento Kings game or something like that afterwards, when they think you guys are leaving, once the fans come back. He's got courtside seats for crying out loud. But once everyone starts leaving, you and Faber can, hustle back, and I bet you guys can pull it off.
Right. That'd be cool. Gotta try it out.
Hey man, we look forward to your fight on April 28th. I hope you have a safe camp. It's going to be a great test for you, Shinya Aoki. That dude's really, really tricky, but a lot of people have been able to solve the puzzle and some haven't, but I'm sure that's why you got into this game, is for those types of challenges. So good luck in the fight, and hopefully we can talk to you again soon.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.